everyone. I'm Ronnie.
And I'm Jessica.
And you're listening to Clean With Me,
the podcast where we walk you through cleaning your house.
Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to do a morning cleanup, if you will, and get the house reset. Something I want to note is if you're in a cleaning space where, let's say you did not clean last night, or the kids went really hard on your house this morning and your house is a complete wreck, this is what I do. For example, I'm going to give a very extreme example, but my kids, I got a package and it had like a piece of foam in it, and they disintegrated this foam piece all over the house. And I was doing something with I was putting my clothes away in the bedroom. I come out to the living room. They had gotten it in every room of the house, in the bathtub, like in 10 minutes. And they're older now, so I just didn't expect like a toddler-sized disaster, I guess. So I'm not gonna lie, I kind of left it there for a second because I was just so, like, they got in trouble. I was like, you guys need to sit down, you're grounded, whatever I said to them. I don't remember how I punished them exactly, but it was something like that. I was just like done. I was like, go to your room. And I was just like, why would you do this, and they didn't have an answer because they're kids and they're 4 and 6. Of course, they don't have a reason. They just did it. They thought it would be fun. So I noticed that because I was putting off cleaning that, I kind of put off cleaning the rest of my house too, and then it just built up, and then it became this big disaster. But the thing blocking me from cleaning was the foam all over, the foam piece disintegrated all over the house or whatever is what was stopping me, because it made the house look so bad. I just didn't want to do anything else because I was just like, what's the point? It just looks like a wreck. So all that to say this, yesterday I got on the phone with a friend, because when I'm stuck, it really helps for me to vocalize that to somebody, because if I say out loud, hey, the kids disintegrated foam all over my house and I really don't want to pick it up, it kind of makes me accountable in a way, because I'm telling somebody what the issue is. And of course they're gonna be like, yeah, that sucks, well, you got to clean it, right? But even if they don't say that, there's accountability there. So I told a friend about it, vented about it, and then while I was telling her about it, I started picking up. And it ended up being like really easy to clean up, because I just got a vacuum and the force of the suction of the vacuum was sucking in all of the foam around the vacuum, and it ended up getting cleaned up pretty quickly. And then once I got that foam vacuumed up, picked up, the rest of the house didn't seem that bad anymore, because it looked so much better. It was like back to normal house, and it didn't look like somebody had put a bomb off in the house. So that was an extra long intro for the purpose of little story time. I want you guys to find your worst mess, the thing in your house right now that you're like, this is keeping me from cleaning. Whether it's your dishes, whether it's just trash around the house. What is making the house right now, when you first walk in, what's making the house look the worst? Is it piles of laundry in laundry baskets? My laundry room is connected to my kitchen. I have a pretty small house. So sometimes, when I'm actively doing laundry, my laundry baskets will get pulled out of the kitchen, and you can see when you first walk into the house. So sometimes my laundry is the thing that's making the house look bad. Or maybe there's just toys all over your living room. Maybe there's just trash all over your house. So first thing I want you guys to do is pick the thing that just looks the worst in your house right now. And like I said, it could be anything, dishes, laundry, whatever it is. And I want you to do that thing first, just to get you in a cleaning mode. Do whatever the thing is, whatever the big disaster is. And if you don't have a big disaster, just what's the big ticket item that's making the house look bad? Maybe you want to fix your couch first. Maybe you just want to throw away trash in the kitchen. Maybe you just have a few dishes in the sink and that's your worst thing. We all have different levels of mess at different levels of time. Even in my house with my kids in my day-to-day life that creates a certain level of mess daily, I still have very different levels of cleans on different days. And I have a pretty strict routine for myself because otherwise I don't stay motivated. But even with that routine, kids day to day are unpredictable, especially during the summer. I have different activities going on, different people staying in the house, leaving the house. My parents are coming today, or my dad is. So we're going to have guests. So I've got a different level of clean I need to obtain today, not for the guests per se, but I need to make sure that beds are made, sheets are cleaned, things like that in the back rooms. Stuff I wouldn't normally focus on is going to be more of a priority. And then once you're done with the thing, because most likely the thing that's keeping you from cleaning, the thing that is just irritating you to look at, that thing's probably only going to take you a couple minutes to pick up. Like the foam, it was the biggest disaster ever. All I had to do was suck it up with a vacuum and clean out my vacuum. Didn't take long at all. Even when they disintegrated part of it in the bathtub, all I had to do was vacuum it up. So once you're done with your big ticket item, I want you guys to, and if you're still working on that, please keep working on it. But I want you guys to do what we usually do and do a load of laundry, get that going. Like I said, I have guests coming today, so I'm going to change the guest room, aka my stepdaughter's room's sheets, because she did stay here a few days ago. One of them did, so I'm going to go ahead and change their sheets for guests. And I'm going to throw those in the washer right now. That way they'll be nice and clean and ready for the guests when they come. But if you're out of rags or towels or clothes or whatever the case may be, go ahead and do a load of whatever the biggest need is in your house. And then we're going to move on to the kitchen. If you're already doing the dishes, if that was your big thing, then go ahead and keep working on that. If it wasn't, let's go ahead and empty your dishwasher or dish rack and then start on those dishes. Making sure we're putting things to soak that are going to be hard to clean. Maybe you have pots and pans or something from cooking, or just a cereal bowl or anything that's going to get like cemented on. Let's go ahead and put some water in that and let it soak. A very good goal to have, even if you don't always do it, try in your house to have everybody rinse off their dishes after they eat. It'll make your life 1,000 times easier. Because I think a lot of times the reason why we put a negative light on the dishes, or we don't look forward to doing the dishes or whatever, is because we don't want to deal with food, old food. I mean, that's the nasty part. It's not the clean water hitting our hands, So if the dishes are already rinsed off and all you're doing is sanitizing them, that's going to do wonders. Obviously, the ultimate goal is actually washing all the way through and then putting them in the drying rack after you use them. But if you're finding that hard to do, at least do a thorough rinse and then opening shift and closing shift of cleaning your dishes. So while you're working on the dishes, like I said, I've got family coming to stay with me now. Now, when I'm having family over, obviously it's family. If something doesn't get done, I'm not going to beat myself up about it because I know they're not hardcore judging me. But that's not why I do it. I do it because I want them to be comfortable. And just be doing the dishes while I'm talking about a couple of the things that I make a priority when company is coming is the bathrooms that they're going to be using, making sure there's clean towels, making sure that their beds are clean and their rooms are clean. So obviously, 10-foot rule, I want them to, when they first walk in the house, to have a good smell in their nose and think everything looks nice. The outer area is picked up, which is what I'm doing right now, is an outer area reset. That's what we're currently working on. But I want to make sure that the bathrooms and the room that they're staying in is deep cleaned as well. And when guests are coming, I use that as an opportunity to clean my entire house because you never know where they're going to go. You never know what room they're going to go in, and it's just good to clean everything in your house. But I'm talking about prioritizing things in the right order. So first order of business is dishes, outer areas, any major craziness, lighting candles, making the outer areas feel comfortable, because that's where we're going to be spending the most time. And then when they go to bed at night, are they going to be comfortable? When they take a shower, are they going to be comfortable? Or are they going to be grossed out because you haven't cleaned your bathroom in weeks? Because just think about what makes you comfortable. What's something that really bothers you if you go to someone else's house? You don't really care if there's toys in their living room, but if you use the bathroom and it's dirty, that's going to bother you. At least it's something that really is something that does not sit well with me. Do I judge them? No. But do I want to use that restroom? Am I comfortable? Definitely not. Sure. So once you're done with the dishes, if you're still working on them, that's fine. Let's go ahead and just get that done. Let's go ahead and throw away all the trash if you haven't already, and then do a thorough pickup and wipe down of your kitchen and dining room area. And my husband's been out of town, so if you hear little voices in the background, I apologize. I try to keep them quiet, but my daughter's roller skating throughout the house with a morning routine that she is ordering her sister around. She likes to write down morning routines and stuff to do, and since she knows Grandpa is coming later, she is trying to enforce it. So if you hear them yelling, that's why. And when you're doing your wipe down, don't forget the inside of your fridge, because guests are going to go in your freezer, get ice, or in your fridge sometimes, especially if they're family members. They're going to put leftovers in there. They're going to go get water, whatever the case may be. They're probably going to help themselves, depending on the level of guests. That's just something we got to think about, is inside of our fridge. And I find even if I let my house go for a few days, going from really dirty to company ready really isn't that big of a jump, because most days we're cleaning, most days we're keeping up with stuff. So even if you have been off your game for a couple days, and like these were surprise guests, usually I would be doing like deep cleaning a room a day until they come or something like that. But my dad just comes into town randomly, so that isn't always feasible. But like I said, no matter how bad things look in the house, usually there's just something really major that I could take care of that's going to make a huge difference in the house. And then I can continue on with my clean, and it will take the usual amount of time. So if you're still working on the kitchen, that's fine. If you are done working on the kitchen and you're done doing your thorough wipe down, making sure to get all the little cracks, crevices, all the little areas on the dining room table, chairs, etc. Maybe you have a high chair you need to deep clean. Then let's go ahead and move on to the living area and look at your entryway. What's the first thing that they're going to see when they come in? What it needs to be picked up immediately. I like to reset my couch first, vacuum it, make sure that's nice, and then go from there, picking up, vacuuming, whatever the case may be, to get it ready for just myself to be comfortable, or guests, or whatever. But we're talking about guests right now. So the couch is just the biggest thing I have in the living area. I do have a table now. I got a table in there. It's small and it has decorations on it, so it's not going to be a kind of catch-all or whatever. But if you have a bigger dining room table or living room table, maybe that's something that's catching a lot of clutter. So let's go ahead and declutter that, put everything away where it goes. Anything that's not in purposeful and decorative, let's go ahead and put that away. We're going to pick up any mess that's on the floor and put it away. And then we are going to fix our pillows, all the stuff like that. I recently got a couch cover for my couch. I've talked about it multiple times. That couch cover has now gone in the wash a few times and survived. So if you guys are wondering about the Amazon cover, it has survived a couple washes. And no, it is not easy to keep it clean. But anyway, so that's something that's in my routine, is checking that, spot cleaning that. And then now I have to, if I have any mirrors or My window, I like to spray that down with Windex and wipe it down as kind of a last step before I clean the floors. So before we go, this was just a quick little pep talk for you to get ready for guests, get ready for a friend to come over, or just to reset your house. And I don't want you guys to forget to take out the trash and replace the liners, so go ahead and do that. If you have any animal chores, let's say you have animals and dog, cat, whatever, cleaning out litter boxes, those are things that can make our house smell when we're having company. Those are things that we want to keep up with, so those are things that we need to do before we have guests, or just regularly, of course. And then don't forget to clean the floors. So I always start with the kitchen and then move to the dining room and then move to the living area, doing one room at a time. So thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you got your house reset. If you're still working on it, listen to another episode, stay motivated, and let's get it done today. As always, happy cleaning, guys.